Tonight, we report on an update from the Priest Rapids Dam explosion and why Soap Lake hopes to install surveillance cameras. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Big Bend and Treasure Valley go at it on the volleyball court, and the Wild wrap up their series with Powell River. Let's take a quick glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everyone, I hope you've been enjoying this nice weather pattern the past few days. In just a moment, I'll let you know what we can expect for the remainder of the week, just ahead with your extended forecast.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Three Grant PUD employees remain in Harborview Medical Center after they were injured during Thursday's explosion at the Priest Rapids Dam. One employee remains in critical condition, one has improved from critical to serious condition, and the third remains in satisfactory condition. 2 of the 5 employees taken to the Seattle hospital were released during the weekend. Another employee injured was treated at the local hospital and released last week. The employees were injured when a main circuit breaker for one of the 10 generating units at the dam malfunctioned. The Washington Department of Labor and Industries is conducting an investigation into the explosion. PUD officials are not releasing the names of the employees injured. Candidates running for office in Moses Lake had the chance to meet with voters and answer questions Monday night at a candidate forum. Reporter Cameron Probert was there and has the story.
Moses Lake candidates took the stage Monday evening to answer questions about city services, schools, and the community. Moses Lake Chamber of Commerce held a candidates forum at the Moses Lake Civic Center and had candidates for the 3 city council positions, 1 school board spot, and for the Fire District 5 commissioner race. Council candidates Jason Avila, Don Myers, Dick Dean, Ryan Leonard, Greg Navarez, and Mike Norman spoke about the city budget, future annexations, and how they contribute to the community. School board candidates Susan Freeman and Connie Opikins talked about implementing Common Core and how the board can be more transparent. Fire District Commissioner candidate Lee Craiglow talked about the issues facing the fire district. His challenger, Harold Schwab Jr., was not at the forum. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
A woman is accused of trying to sneak a knife into the Grant County Jail. Prosecutors charge Ashley Sparks, a 23-year-old Moses Lake resident, in Grant County Superior Court with possession of a weapon by a prisoner. Sparks was being booked into the Grant County Jail on March 7th. Corrections officers allegedly tried to get her to change her clothes at least twice, but she refused to change her underwear. She allegedly denied having any items she shouldn't, and the officers escorted her back to a holding cell. Officers reportedly later found the woman had a knife. Jail staff members conducted a strip search after allegedly finding the knife and did not find any other items. Soap Lake is moving ahead with plans to purchase a camera surveillance system. The city council members approved looking for a company to sell and install about 40 video cameras. The cameras would be placed at various points throughout Soap Lake. Police Chief Glenn Quant said officials have discussed a citywide surveillance system for years, but the technology didn't meet the department's needs. City officials said the goal of the equipment is to give police the ability to view areas in real time. Mayor Raymond Gravel plans to have the system connect to a citywide Wi-Fi signal the public can access for free. Quant said the system won't be used to invade people's privacy. The cameras are going to be aimed at public locations. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
My name is Kat Sanderson, Managing Broker for Pillar Rock Realty Group. We love the Columbia Basin because it's our home, and we want to give back to our community by kicking off our Pay It Forward campaign. If you buy or list with us, we will donate 1% of our total proceeds to a local charity of your choice and in your name. Call us today at 754-4444 or visit pillarrockrealty.com because we are your local real estate experts.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Cristina Sanchez with your local weather segment brought to you by Berry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. As of now, we will continue to have a quiet weather pattern throughout the overnight hours, and as we go into this Wednesday afternoon, we will see increased sunshine with drier and warmer weather. Above average temperatures will continue for Wednesday, Thursday, and as we continue throughout the remainder of the week. And this is thanks to a high pressure system that is still dominating across the area. This morning, we woke up with low temperatures right around the mid-40s, still above the average low temperature for this time of year, which is right around 40 degrees, and our high temperature today for us here in Ephrata, right around the mid-70s. Our average high is in the mid-60s, and the record high temperature was set back in 1999. The record high was 77 degrees, so a few degrees shy of breaking that record high temperature for this time of year. And tying the record high for you in Moses Lake, your record high temperature was set back in 1961, and the high was 75 degrees. Our average high is the mid-60s, and for you this morning, right around the mid-40s as the low temperature this morning, and your average low is in the mid-30s. So quite cool in the morning, but comfortable conditions throughout the afternoon, and currently temperatures are right around 70 degrees. Light winds from the west-northwest between 5 to 10 miles an hour. We will continue to have improving conditions throughout the next 24 hours with plenty of sunshine for Wednesday afternoon, once again for Thursday, and this is thanks to a high pressure system that is still over the Pacific Northwest, bringing this dry air mass and also plenty of sunshine for us for Wednesday and Thursday. Let's take a quick look at the high temperatures for you in Seattle, right around the low 60s, plenty of sunshine for Wednesday afternoon. Long Beach shy of hitting that 70 degrees mark with high temperatures for you in Yakima in the mid-70s, plenty of sunshine, and for the inland northwest, high temperatures once again right around 70 degrees. In the upper 60s, Tri-City areas in the low 70s with plenty of sunshine. Let's take a quick closer view within our Columbia Basin. Once again, high temperatures will be in the low 70s, plenty of sunshine. 73 degrees for you in Mobile City, Moses Lake, low 70s, and for us here in Ephrata, right around 72 as a high temperature for Wednesday afternoon. And Thursday will be warming up just a little bit in the mid-70s. We'll continue to have those comfortable temperatures and above average temperatures for Friday afternoon with highs right around the mid-70s. Now we'll have a decrease in temperatures as we begin the next work week with highs still slightly above average in the mid-60s with a little bit more cloud cover, and low temperatures will continue to be right around the mid-40s for this Wednesday morning and Thursday, but warming up quite nicely throughout the remainder of this week. High temperatures, once again, that will be dropping for Monday afternoon. Thank you for being with us. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with sports.
Paying your Grant PUD bill with ePay is like getting free cuts in line. You pay when you want, how you want. Get free cuts in line with Grant PUD ePay. Visit grantpud.org.
Oh, dude, I'm just in the theater. It's totally cool.
Ah.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
Big Bend came out strong in its game with Treasure Valley, taking the first set 25-18. But the Lady Vikings dropped the next three and went down in defeat to the Chuckers. It was the team's 6th loss in NWAC East Region play and their 19th of the season. Bryn Bowers, who has basically been the lone bright spot on the Big Bend roster this season, led the Vikings with 13 kills. Brooks Sorensen added 8. Kelly Foth and Taylor Hendrickson finished with 6 kills each. Dakota Hinton-Lewis led Big Bend's defensive effort with 3 blocks. The Lady Vikings are back on the court Wednesday evening for a match with second-place Walla Walla. iFIBER Communications will be broadcasting the game live at 6 p.m. The Wenatchee Wild dropped their weekend finale 6-0 to Powell River at the Town Toyota Center. The Kings led 2-0 after the first period on goals by Austin Kramer and Carter Turnbull. Powell River scored once in the second to go up 3-0 40 minutes into the match. The Kings blew the game wide open with a 3-goal third. The Wild outshot Powell River 47-31. Goalie Chase Perry made 25 saves for Wenatchee, who went 0 for 6 on power plays. The Wild fall to 6-3-1 on the season with the shutout loss. Wenatchee hits the road for 3 games and 3 nights starting Thursday at Powell River. University of Washington senior linebacker Travis Feeney has been named Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. Feeney posted 3.5 tackles for loss and 2.5 sacks to help the Huskies upset USC Thursday. It's the first time in Feeney's UW career he's earned the reward. The young Husky defense held the Trojans to just 12 points. The Dogs are looking for back-to-back wins when they host Oregon Saturday night. The Seattle Seahawks have signed a veteran cornerback. According to the NFL Network's Rand Getlin, the Hawks will sign quarterback Cresdon Butler. Butler was a 5th-round pick out of Clemson by the Steelers in 2010, that is. Butler has played 36 games in the NFL with 7 different teams. He played 177 snaps with the Buccaneers last season. Butler was with the Detroit Lions in training camp this season before being released in the 53-man cutdown. Butler has good size at 6'1", 190 pounds, and will be looked on to compete for playing time immediately. Well, it was a wild finish to last night's Steelers-Chargers game that literally came down to the last second before the outcome was decided. The score, as time expired, was CNN's Play of the Day.
Wildcat, Vic at the bottom of the screen. It's Bell. Bell seeking space. Bell trying to go over the top. He fights to the goal line. He's in for the touchdown at the gun. The Steelers win.
Mike Tomlin rang the bell at crunch time with a Wildcat off-tackle run right behind his Pro Bowl tight end Heath Miller, and Le'Veon Bell did it all himself.
This play will have to be reviewed. It's a scoring play here at the end of the game, but a stunning finish with Bell at the Wildcat, and he was running out of time. They wouldn't have gotten a timeout call. He stretches to the pile. Oh, that ball is back as his knee comes down.
We'll be back after this short break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
The Dodge brothers' competitive spirit and engineering prowess started long before they built their first car, and will continue long after their latest, the most technologically advanced vehicle in its class.
Our spotlight story tonight is about how Big Bend Community College is updating its response for an active shooter on campus to better protect students. Reporter Joe Utter has the story.
About 3 years ago, Big Bend Community College began shifting its focus for campus security as school shootings happened with regularity across the U.S. With the frequency of school shootings in recent years, The dialogue of how to better protect students and staff has become an ongoing discussion and something that's routinely addressed at Big Bend. The college has held 2 active shooter drills in the past few years to help staff better prepare for the real thing. Kyle Foreman, the college's campus safety and security director, said students and staff need to be aware that a school shooting can happen anywhere.
This isn't, I don't want the active shooter dialogue to be something that just gets brought up periodically. It's something that everyone needs to think about every day that they come to school. And not so much that it interferes with their ability to learn, but just so they're aware that encountering someone who may be an active shooter can happen here, and if it does happen, what are you going to do about it? In 1995, Barry Lukaitis did a mass shooting down at Frontier Middle School. That's still on the minds of people in this community. We're never going to forget that. And so we want to be ready that if it happens here at Big Bend, that people are able to survive, and we want to give them the tools to do that.
College campuses can pose different challenges compared to a high school or elementary school. A large, spread out, and open campus makes it difficult to control who can access the buildings.
A college campus is very spread out, has multiple buildings. In the case of Big Bend, we have 150 acres and 24 buildings here on campus, and it's an open campus, so the people can come and go as they please. So it's very difficult to be able to control the access to the campus and the access to buildings, but we do the best that we can.
Unlike K-12 schools, a lockdown may not be appropriate in the event of an active shooter. Foreman said basing a lockdown decision solely on the location of a threat instead of the nature of the threat can be a dangerous mistake. The school has been educating students and staff that there are other and likely better options in the event of a threat.
For many years, lockdown seemed to be the only choice when it came to addressing an active shooter or an aggressor inside one of our buildings. Over the past couple of years, there's been some developments in that area where the choices are not just lockdown. The choices are run, hide, fight, and lockdown's still part of it, if that's the right thing to do. The first thing anyone should do when encountered by an active shooter is run. Get away from that person, get as far away as you can. The second, if you can't get away from them, is to hide, but while you're hiding, make sure that you're getting ready to run to get away from them. And if all else fails and you're face to face with that aggressor, fighting is an option. Improvise weapons, knock that shooter off balance in order for you to get away. So we want people to know those steps, as it's not just limited to lockdown, they have other choices in order to survive.
During student orientation each quarter, students receive information on the college's emergency procedures. Emergency evacuation exercises are conducted monthly, rotating through each of the 24 campus buildings, and a campus alert system can notify students and staff in the case of an emergency through email, text message, social media, and the alert is also displayed on every digital monitor and even computer screens on campus. Foreman said a partnership called Ready Big Bend between the college and nearby Port of Moses Lake, the Moses Lake School District, Job Corps, and the Family Services of Grant County allow each entity to be better prepared in the case of an emergency. Big Bend is holding a Campus Safety Preparedness Day on November 6th for all college employees. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
Quincy Foods, LLC, a subsidiary of Norpac Foods, is seeking motivated individuals to fill the positions of general laborer for their corn harvest season. They have full-time seasonal openings, must be 18 years old and older, willing to work swing shift. Great people to work for in a challenging food processing environment. Apply at 222 Columbia Way in Quincy between 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or online through WorkSource. Quincy Foods is an equal opportunity employer.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Welcome back. A transient was sentenced to 4.5 months in jail after he was caught by a homeowner inside a Hiawatha Road home. Mario Vasquez, a 44-year-old man, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to attempted residential burglary. Vasquez broke into a home in the 3000 block of Hiawatha Road Northeast in September of 2014 while the owner was in Arlington. When the victim returned to Moses Lake, he discovered a broken window and a large cylinder pushed next to the opening. When he went to his back door, he found he couldn't open it because of the damage to the door handle. The victim saw Vasquez walk up to the broken window. The transient told the victim he would wait for the police to arrive. Vasquez told police he was cold and hungry and was sorry for breaking into the home. He stole a pack of hot dogs, a can of chili, and 2 candy bars when he was at the residence. The Moses Lake School District is going to appoint a public records officer. The school board approved a change to the district's public records policy during a recent meeting. As part of the resolution, Superintendent Michelle Price is going to appoint a public records officer. District officials didn't present a time frame for when the person would be appointed. It is unclear whether the district is going to hire another person to fill the position. Assistant Superintendent Josh Meeks said the district has not received a large amount of requests, but other districts across the state are getting requests requiring a lot of documents. The requests can include 7 or 8 years of athletic rosters or emails from teachers involved in a divorce proceedings. The requests can consume a lot of time for the district staff members. Director Kevin Donovan was not present at the meeting. West Nile virus season is coming to an end, according to State Department of Health. The virus affected 4 people and 7 horses in Grant County and 22 people and 36 horses statewide. The department reported 1 person and 15 horses died because of the virus. Department of Health officials reported they are still receiving reports from Central Washington of horses contracting the disease. Officials recommend horse owners speak to a veterinarian about having their horses vaccinated in early spring for the virus. Grant County reported finding 1 bird and 107 mosquito samples with the disease. The virus normally circulates in Washington between June and October. According to the department, cooler weather reduces mosquito populations. In Northwest news, the pilot of a small plane makes a hard landing on a Boise freeway just before rush hour. Just before landing, the pilot of the Cessna called the control tower to report an engine failure. Emergency crews shut down 2 lanes of Interstate 84 for 2 hours. No one was hurt. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating. As the Seattle School District prepared to cut several teaching positions, one parent took matters into his own hands to help save a job. Cairo's Natasha Chen has the story.
We cannot be impacting our children in the classrooms like this.
It happens every year. The actual number of kids in schools doesn't match what the district estimated. So schools with too many kids might get an extra teacher, and schools with lower numbers might lose one. But it's a month into the school year, and these changes at this stage anger parents. Emily Anderson's daughter was at risk of getting put into a more crowded classroom at Alki Elementary.
That particular grade level is very large, and so it means that the children will go back to class sizes of 28.
So they rallied and fundraised on this website. Late last night, they got an answer.
I tapped my wife on the shoulder and I said, honey, I think I need to tell you something.
Brian Jones, a reality filmmaker in Ballard, has 2 daughters. They're assigned to Loyal Heights Elementary, nowhere near Alki.
Sometimes you need to be impulsive to make a difference.
I agree.
On a whim, he gave the Alki PTA $70,000 to start a conversation of change.
This is too much. And I'm angry, and I'm going to put all my resources, everything that I have, into making something happen.
Parents at Alki are extremely grateful for the donation that might save their teacher, but they agree this is not sustainable.
After the excitement wore off, we really said, y'all, this is just our school. This is just a Band-Aid.
That's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.